Welcome to Fairytale Vibes.
The Little Mermaid, a tale of love, sacrifice, and destiny. Far beneath the shimmering waves of the deepest ocean, where sunlight can barely reach, there stood a palace made of coral and pearls, a place so magical that every wall seemed to glow with life. This was the kingdom of the mighty Sea King and his 6 beautiful daughters. But the youngest among them, the little mermaid named Ariel, was unlike the rest. Her eyes were as blue as the clearest water, her hair shimmered like copper under the sea light, and her heart longed for something beyond the waves. While her sisters played among coral gardens and sang songs of the sea, Ariel often swam upward, toward the surface, dreaming of the world above. She would gaze at the sky, wondering how it would feel to walk beneath the sun, to breathe the air, and to know the warmth of human hearts. One night, the sea grew wild. Dark clouds gathered above, lightning danced across the sky, and the ocean roared like 1,000 drums. From the depths, Ariel saw a grand ship struggling against the storm. On its deck stood a young prince, brave and noble, his eyes shining with courage. But fate was cruel that night. A wave larger than the ship itself struck, breaking it into pieces. Without a second thought, Ariel swam through the raging water, her heart pounding with fear and hope. She reached the prince just as he began to sink into the dark sea, and with all her strength, she carried him upward. The storm faded as dawn painted the horizon gold. Ariel laid the prince upon the soft sand of the shore. She brushed the hair from his face, her eyes filled with tenderness. Then, softly, she sang, a melody pure and full of love, her voice echoing like the whispers of waves. As the first rays of sun touched his face, the prince stirred. He opened his eyes, but before he could see her, Ariel slipped back into the water, leaving only her song behind. Days passed, yet she could not forget him. The memory of his smile haunted her heart like a gentle ache. At last, she could bear it no longer. She swam deep into the forbidden waters, where the shadows danced and the sea grew cold. There, hidden in the darkness, lived the sea witch, a creature of power and danger. "I know why you've come," hissed the witch, her voice curling like smoke. "You wish to be human, to win the love of your prince. I can give you that. But in return, you must give me your voice." Ariel trembled. "My voice?" she whispered. "It is the most precious thing I have." The witch smiled cruelly. "Without it, you can walk among humans. But remember, once you become one of them, you can never return to the sea." Love conquered fear. Ariel agreed, and the witch handed her a glowing potion. As Ariel drank it, pain shot through her body, light surrounded her, and her tail turned into human legs. The waves carried her to the same shore where she had once saved the prince. When she awoke, the prince himself was standing over her. He helped her to her feet, unaware that the girl before him was the same one who had saved his life. Though Ariel could not speak, her eyes spoke for her, full of gratitude, wonder, and love. Days turned into weeks. Ariel lived at the prince's castle. They laughed together, walked along the beach, and shared silent moments beneath golden sunsets. The prince grew fond of her, but deep inside, he still longed for the mysterious voice that had once called him from the sea. Then one morning, the kingdom filled with joy. The prince was to marry a princess from a faraway land. He believed she was the one who had saved him that stormy night. Ariel's heart broke like shattered glass. That night, as the sea sighed under the moonlight, her sisters rose from the waves. Their eyes were red with sorrow, their hair glistening with tears. They held out a silver knife. "Take this," they begged. "If you take the prince's life before dawn, you can return to us." Ariel looked at the prince sleeping peacefully beside his bride. She lifted the knife, her hands trembling. But when she saw his face, she dropped it. She could not hurt the one she loved. As the first light of morning touched the sky, Ariel whispered a silent goodbye. She stepped onto the edge of the ship, smiled softly, and leapt into the sea. The waves embraced her one last time. Her body dissolved into shimmering foam, glowing like stars upon the water. But love as pure as hers never dies. From that moment, Ariel became a spirit of the sea breeze, a guardian of sailors, a whisper in the waves. Her voice, though gone, would forever echo across the oceans, singing songs of love, hope, and sacrifice. And so, the Little Mermaid's tale lives on, reminding us that true love is not about possessing someone. It is about giving, even when it means letting go. True love asks for nothing. It only gives. The Little Mermaid.